At 30 years old, Steve Jobs was escorted out of the company he had built from nothing. No farewell, no ceremony. Just a man, a parking lot, and the quiet collapse of everything he thought he was. Most people would call that an ending. The Bhagavad Gita holds a different view. It teaches that we are not the roles we play or the titles we carry. The self that can be fired, humiliated, or stripped of its throne is not the deepest self. Beneath the noise of success and failure, something remains. Unshaken. The ancient teaching calls this the eternal witness, the part of you that watches the storm without becoming the storm. Jobs spent the next 12 years in what he later called the wilderness. He founded a new company. He made films. He learned to sit with uncertainty the way a seed sits in winter soil, not dead, just waiting. He studied Zen Buddhism deeply during this period, and the practice shaped him. Buddhism teaches something it calls impermanence. Nothing lasts, not pain, not glory, not the version of yourself you are most attached to. That teaching is not meant to discourage. It is meant to free you. When Jobs returned to Apple, he did not return as the same man. He returned as someone the wilderness had carved into something sharper, quieter, and more essential. Here is what the ancient traditions want us to see in that story. First, exile is not punishment. It is preparation. The Stoics believed that difficulty does not interrupt the good life. It is the material from which the good life is built. The fire does not destroy the clay. It makes it permanent. Second, identity is not a position. The moment Jobs stopped being the Apple guy, he was forced to ask who he actually was beneath that. That question, uncomfortable as it is the most important one a person can sit with. And in that sitting, something clarifies. When you face your own version of the parking lot, the lost job, the failed relationship, the dream that collapsed, try this. Write down 3 things you still are, regardless of what just fell away. Not what you do, who you are. A curious person, a loyal friend, someone who does not quit. Let those roots hold while the branches are bare. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The wilderness did not delay Steve Jobs, it built him. And the iPhone was not the product of a genius at his peak. It was the fruit of a man who had learned in the cold and the quiet what actually mattered.